Hello and Happy New Year! First of all, I hope you all had a nice day and cozy holiday season. And I know 2020 was difficult for lots of people, but let's do the best we can in 2021. So today I want to talk about goal setting, as we probably all have those New Year's resolutions and big ideas, which can sometimes be overwhelming though. So we'll see how to break them down into small, actionable steps to guarantee you small wins every single time. And speaking of goals, I'm super excited to announce the opening of my Artbiz Academia's members club with tons of helpful resources to grow faster from art to business. So make sure to stay until the end to hear more about it. And let's go! Most people fail to maintain their good resolutions after a few months or even weeks because 1. They lack a proper why, and 2. Their goals are too broad and generalized, so they don't have a defined how. Let's say your goal is to get better at drawing. That's great, but why do you even want that? Your why, your deepest motivation, is what will allow you to move forward and push through resistance and hard times. I really can't stress enough how important it is to have a vision for the future. Do you want to get better because you want to share some beautiful artwork that makes people dream and makes them happy? Do you do this for yourself so that you can be proud of yourself to go all in for what you stand for, or to make someone you love proud? Next, your how. How can you make this happen? What does get better at drawing even mean to you? How do you measure it? In order to achieve your goals and keep on track, make them measurable. Actually, define them into small steps and bigger milestones. This will allow you to see your progress, be clear towards where you are heading, and easily adjust if you go off track. Also, securing small wins every day rather than one big win after several months is just more motivating and builds confidence. This kind of comes down to how you define success, which I'll talk about in a very short video linked below. So, concerning your mission to get better at drawing, you could define that just starting out focusing on characters and anatomy only. That makes it already more achievable as it's clearly defined, because otherwise it would be so broad with, I don't know, mastering landscapes, animals, gouache, digital painting, lighting, composition. See how broad getting better at drawing can be, and why it will be overwhelming if you don't clearly define what you want to focus on. Now, once you defined what you want to improve on your art, look at the how, the milestones you can set. This could be, for instance, understanding the muscles and drawing dynamic characters. As this is still relatively broad, you can now chunk it down once again into smallest, easiest actions you can possibly think of. And milestone understanding the muscles could be day 1, studying the torso's front view, day 2, studying the back, day 3, studying the arms. And it really depends on you. If that's still too overwhelming, break it down even more. For instance, day 1, studying the torso's front view, and days 2 and 3, revising that same topic and drawing a dozen torsos every day. Everyone will work at their pace and set up their mini goals differently. What counts is that you break things down so that it almost doesn't feel like work anymore and guarantees you success, step by step, day after day. Sometimes your goals are quite big and ambitious, way beyond the cute improve your art from before. Maybe your dream is creating a super cute mascot with merch that sells in stores all over the world, something like Pusheen or Mulan, because, well, they're cute and we need more cuteness. As this is way more intimidating and abstract concerning the how, you can get some ideas by reversing the thought process. Cutie mascot is sold worldwide. How did it become famous in the first place? Well, it was actually noticed on social media and your online shop where you were producing such cute merch. And to get to this point, you had to 1. Look up manufacturers for the goodies, 2. Set up an Etsy store, and 3. Create a strong brand on Instagram. Do you have any of that yet? No, because you haven't even defined your super cute mascot and you don't even have a name for it. So the first milestone would be to just create that mascot, which can again be divided into several easy action steps, like creating 10 design sketches, thinking of a name, even googling cute animals to brainstorm ideas and decide whether it's a bunny, a cat, or a dinosaur. Reversing your big goals, defining milestones, and dividing them into easy actionable steps will allow you to move forward much more easily. And I always love that quote of "that dream was planted in your heart for a reason." And this reason, whatever it may be, is important to you. So give yourself your best chances to go for your dreams, starting with the smallest actions possible, which will help you achieve win after win, day after day. If you haven't downloaded it yet, I highly recommend you to get my Illustrator's business plan. It's entirely free, with 17 pages to help you define your illustration career and get on with your goals. I'll put the link in the description and download it, it really helps. So, what are your goals for 2021? What do you want to achieve? Comment below and let's keep each other accountable. And I'll just start by sharing my big goal for the year. My Art Biz Academia's members club, yay! So last month I introduced the website and Instagram, and if you're not there yet, go follow the page at My Art Biz Academia. It's full of free, useful content to help you grow your sweet art biz and overall freelance tips, interviews with artists, and more. But I didn't want to stop only at the Instagram and YouTube channel because I just feel there still is so much more to do. So the Members Club is meant to dive much deeper into developing your art business and getting the resources and support you need. There will be some regular masterclasses, which are in-depth courses on specific topics that cannot be covered in a 10-minute video. For instance, commission walkthroughs, how to set up a WordPress portfolio and online WooCommerce store. So the goal is to give you the most concise pieces of information with simple, immediate action steps you can take to immediately apply to your own work, so that you can save time and focus on being creative. Additionally, I'm also thinking about hosting some live sessions with people who can submit their projects, ask questions, and get personalized guidance. And it won't be only me, because I'm currently working on getting some other mentor artists on board to share their own knowledge in other industries. And when starting out, I thought it was all about one against another because it's such a difficult job, but after a few years of loneliness, I had the chance to be surrounded by other adorable and supportive creatives. And that's what I want for you too, because that's usually not a job where you can just ask your parents or school counselors for advice. No offense, but Artist Alley, influencing, blogging and stuff are still not conventional enough. It's already difficult enough, so stop trying to figure it all out by your own. We can do this together as a community. As I've been supported when starting out, I want to give back as much as I can and support you with all I've got now that I'm in a position to do so. The Academia Members Club will open its doors the first week of February, and I'm planning so much content and mentorships and classes, and I really can't share. Oh, I really can't wait to share it with you, I'm so excited. So if you want some early bird treats, you can already head over to myartbizacademia.com and sign up to the waiting list to be notified when the doors open. Otherwise, you'll also get the announcements on Instagram at myartbizacademia and on this YouTube channel. So make sure to follow, and I really can't wait to show you more. Good luck for your own goals, and see you next Tuesday at 18 hours for a new episode to help you grow from art to business.